Hawaii Mentorship broadcast. I hope that you folks are all well. Happy Aloha Friday. Enjoy yourselves. I hope that home, finally relaxed. I hope you got home safely, no traffic. And if you're in traffic, aloha and welcome. Just enjoy this hour with me. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information. I've prepped literally this entire week for each and every one of you. So first off, mahalo nui. Thank you for joining us. So as we're waiting for some viewers to log on, aloha, how's it to the one? Hey, I always say one is greater than zero. It's a really big deal. So thank you for joining me. So I have to start off with my most unfavorite part of any webinar and my most unfavorite part of even an audition. With you, the viewers, my audience, anyone who is interested in attending this mentorship and interested in attending the phases that I have team. My most unfavorite part of any audition webinar is to basically share with you who I am and what I've been able to do. Why it's my most unfavorite part? Hi Dina, aloha. Hey, plenty stuff happening down at Punalu'u. I'm so glad that a lot of you guys are there taking care of our Iwi Kupuna. Aloha. So getting back to my introduction, the reason why it's my most unfavorite part is because it kind of sounds like I am bragging or I'm kind of like pimping myself out or tooting. Really, I'm not trying to do that. What I mean to do in a brief background of what I've been able to accomplish throughout my lifetime and throughout my years in the industry. So first off, I'm going on my 21st year of being a part of the music industry in Hawaii, locally, the local industry here, also nationally and internationally. That means, yes, I perform in the United States. I perform all over, up and down the West Coast. I've been, was this year. I'm actually going to be going to Nashville for the first time. Exciting things happening for my music, but more so for Hawaii. And for Hawaiian music and Hawaiian culture is growing. As a Hawaiian, I'm just really, really excited about that. So that's one of the things that I want to bring to light. I'm also an international seas. I travel out of the country. I most recently in my life, I was kind of nervous, and I was like, when I got there, I was like, oh, this is actually way laid back compared to a place like Japan, which I Mexico, again, I was like really nervous about going to Mexico, but same thing. They're just like us, great culture, great people. And I've been all over the world, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I've been able to do that through music, through my own music, through my original. So I want all of you guys who are viewing and watching and joining this live webinar with me right now to keep that in mind as I am going forth in sharing with you my presentation of my program, but also letting you know the possibilities that exist for people, whether you're in island music, island contemporary music, reggae music especially is a growing market throughout the world, and yes, especially Hawaiian music. So here's my brief background. My most unfavorite part to do is to just give you my background. So aloha, my name is Mailani Makainai. I am a 5-time Nahuku Hanohano Award winner, 2-time Female Vocalist of the Year, 2010, 2015, as a performer, singer, songwriter, speaker, storyteller, filmmaker, etc. I've had the opportunity to share my music locally and throughout the world. Some of my most memorable moments were performing with groups like Soul Free, first group I have ever gotten the pleasure and honor of performing with, led by Daniel Kaniala Makainai, my cousin, Kiahivai, back in the day when I was with Lei and Kimura, great band. Also Mighty J with some of my girls, Jen Wright, Tiki, Swan. That was an amazing moment for me as well. I performed alongside Teresa Bright, Right to Helm, C&K, Cecilia Capono, performing on the morning news, speaking at TEDx 2013, and much more. I have recorded over 13 albums and have also been a featured artist on projects for Sony Music Japan. I've teamed up with Jeff Peterson, Kolohe Kai, and much more. So it's been a long road with the young crowd, the emerging millennials, and also paying my homage to our kupuna, which is something that is just a very special, it's a very special feeling for myself. it's like kuleana. You have to honor that. And for me, it's a big deal to do. Not only have I brought my musical skills front and center, but I've also collaborated on writing jingles. Now, jingles is a term that we use when you write music and even lyrics for. So I've written jingles for Pizza Hut, Moby, and even Target. The work field continues to extend itself, and I found great success as a voiceover actress as well, and collaborating on multiple projects. So the road to fame is long and hard, but what most people don't is that you need to continually network and meet with locally at home, but also throughout the world. So people who are part of the industry that you want to participate in, you need to constantly be in front of, speak with, and leave an everlasting impression upon. The mentorship is for students ages 10 to 18, although I don't close it off to people who are older than 18 or younger than 10, as long as when they audition, they have a skill set and talent that I know that I can develop and work with, okay, and that they're coachable. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're totally right. Sorry. It has been a profound honor for me to develop our Hawaii youth and open them to opportunities beyond the backyard jam. Providing the structure and engagement and safe allows our youth to bloom and evolve even quicker at a pace that they would not be able to evolve and develop and grow anywhere else. Every successful person has had a mentor. It's very, very true. I want to also pay homage to my own mentors. Teresa Bright, it's not a secret. She's my all-time most beloved favorite artist. I love her voice. I think that she's got the most amazing, beautiful voice throughout the world. And she's also been a vocal coach of mine. Throughout my lifetime, people would ask, hey, Mailani, did you take vocal lessons, or who did you learn how to sing from? And honestly, I never took vocal lessons until I was 28 years old. So from 16 to 28, I just kind of went at most of Hawaii local artists do. You just keep going and going and going. A great deal from having a mentor, having a vocal coach. And she's also been able to team me up and align me with other people in the marketplace. Grateful to her because I've gotten to grow my contact list, grow my base, and also not have without her help. So she's definitely one of the mentors that I've had. Every single manager I've had in my life, they've all taught me a great deal. From Aaron Kimura, and he managed Ke'ahivai and did all of our tours, took care of everything, even put the band together, and that really contributed to our early success that we fell upon in our 20s. And I don't say that lightly. I really mean that we fell upon success early, and like we fell upon it, because you can't plan something like that. At 20 years old, we were just like, we literally were kids, 19, 20 years old. We had no idea of what the music industry was, what the field of meeting industry insiders was going to be like, and how to act and how to posture ourselves and what to say, what not to say, call time, all of these different things that all artists right now that have been through the gambit for years know. But what I'm trying to explain is, when you first enter this arena, this coliseum of music, you don't know anything. We were just children. And so we literally, yes, because even to this day, I and you, if you're living in Hawaii, I'm able to hear my music on every single radio station that there is locally, every single mall there is throughout the island chain, and also the Honolulu International Airport place. And I've even gotten to hear my music in other parts of the world, like Japan. So that it's miraculous to know that at my age, and I'm 37 years old now, songs that I had written from the time I was a young teenager to now. So really, people should be asking is, how do you do that, and how do you keep staying relevant in your marketplace? I have some of the answers for you, and I'm happy to share them with you now. I am going to be going to these comments really quickly, so hang on. Thanks for joining me. Aloha, aloha. Hey, Bruce, what's up? Hi, Dave. What's up? Aloha. Aloha, Ken. Yes, yes, yes. Invite, yes. Aloha. Hey, Shar. Aloha, guys. Aloha, kauhi. Mahalo nui. Aloha kamaka kehao. Thank you so much for joining me. Aloha auntie and uncle. Aloha. Okay, so those are just a few like nuggets, and that's just like my opening introduction, because as people come into the mentorship, or as people are kind of feeling or not, I'm trying to explain to them, okay, this is what I've done. So you're either going to listen to me, take my advice, or you're not. But before you dismiss me, because it's so easy for people to dismiss people like myself, my resume. This is just a brief background of what I've been able to accomplish in my 20 something years of being in the Hawaii music industry and traveling throughout the world through my music, through Hawaiian music and Hawaiian culture. So why I wanted to put a mentorship together in the first place is because no one was doing it, not at this level. As a mother of my own daughter, and my daughter's not a singer per se, she's more of a model slash actor. I had spent a lot of money in different talent schools, and I've sent her away to LA, and we've gotten to meet a lot of different people in the marketplace. So it's been a great journey thus far, and I expect my daughter to keep. There just wasn't anything of here locally in Hawaii. And so instead of going and calling all of these different agencies, and by the way, agencies are not talent schools. Agent schools are two different things. I'm going to be explaining that in a little bit. But instead of just kind of throwing her in an agency, it's like, where is the training? Where can I send her to train so that when auditions, she's not only ready and prepared to audition, leverage her time and her investment of practicing so that she actually lands a job. She lands an opportunity. And luckily, she's recently been in the Maui Arts Festival, the Pa'i Foundation model, and she's also been on Hawaii Five-0. But that's just a small story in terms of my journey as a mother. So my journey as an artist, and for all of you who are viewing and watching, whether you're an artist now, whether you're an aspiring artist, I want to just let you know that there are things that you can do that right around you. I mean, look, do you have an auntie? Do you have a cousin? Do you have friends? I mean, to dig into your content that want to help you about this music industry, okay? So I've not only recorded 13, worked with a number of sound engineers, I've worked with a number of producers, and that's really lent to me, that's really, it's given me a foundation in terms of what a record, how am I supposed to act? What am I supposed to do to prepare before I step inside of a record? And for me, those are the things that I teach my students, because again, no one's gonna tell them. I mean, a lot of people have this idea that I'm gonna join Brown Bags, or I'm gonna go on Hawaii Stars and sing karaoke and do a karaoke contest. And all of those three things are great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's not something to do. Like those all add value to your resume. But what I'm saying is, how do you get from this point A, or square one, be it you're singing in your room or you're singing in the bathroom in front of the mirror, to all of a sudden being on stage and singing and performing in front of an audience? So there's a number of ways to do that. First of all, I just want to let everybody know that we're living truly in the greatest age ever. All of our kupuna worked very hard for us to get to this age. And all of my phones are up right now. But the phone that we use, the phone that we're always constantly on, be it an Android, the strongest computer than all of the up to the moon. So you have within your grasp, within your reach, the ability to contact people, the ability to create your own flyers, the ability to reach out to a promotions company that has 30,000 followers and might want to help you. So you have the ability to really work with others and network, truly network, offer somebody else something so that you can get something in return. And so that's something that each and every one of you aspiring artists should all of a sudden start thinking of. You should be aware of your surroundings, aware of your industry. If you're a model, then study the modeling industry. If you're in the acting industry, if you're a dancer, same thing. You like hip hop, then you should be studying and networking with local hip hop dance studios, whether it's 24/7 or the Hype or the Playground, whatever it is. You should already be making those connections and not just relying on YouTube to teach you for your things that you really want to perfect. Now, YouTube is a great resource, but you shouldn't just rely on just videos alone. Having a mentor, having a coach, someone that's in your face, someone that you can actually touch and that can touch you to help refine your raw talents is going to give you that extra edge. That's what coaches are. Like, I played sports all my life. And even there's times when I need to hire a trainer for a few months so that I can get back into shape. And what are their jobs? Their jobs are to push us beyond us pushing ourselves. So whatever it is that we think is hard, that's what mentors are. They take your raw skills and they develop it further. So someone starting from square one, you're singing in your bathroom, you've written a really, really great song, you've got family that you're sharing it to, or family that you're performing in front of, maybe there's a community talent show. Know that throughout the year, there's seasons. There's all kinds of seasons. We have Christmas, we've got Mother's Day, Father's Day, we have Veterans Day, the list goes on and on. You get what I'm saying? We even have Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. So there's seasons throughout the year where there are events built around those seasons. So all you have to do really is like look up different events that are taking place in your neighborhood, call the promotions company, call whatever number is there. Like, just go online, Google. You can Google, or if you're walking down the street and you see flyers, posts, home poles and the light poles, literally reach out to them. I mean, if you're an artist and you're an aspiring artist, then you don't belong just at home with just yourself. You really have to get out of that comfort zone and serve, give of yourself. Bring all of this and all of your words that you've written and share it with other people. It's great to share it with your family. Like, the thing that I love my family, and it can be double-edged sometimes, is yes, my family loves me, and sometimes my family's also and so for you, if you're young, if you're anyone else outside of your family, the beautiful thing of you getting outside of that comfort zone is sometimes your family, based on the love that they have for you, will tell you you're brilliant, you're wonderful, I can see you on stage, go on The Voice, try out for the X Factor. And at the same time, you may be that good and you may not be that good. So I'm saying, hey, don't spend all your money and go all the way to LA, all the way to New York just to be shut down. That's like a good $5,000 that you just spent. If you would have just had someone let you know, hey, that's a not really good song. Song selection is everything in those arenas. Maybe you could take it down a key. Maybe you could dress maybe like this. Let's find a better look for you. And so it's all of these pieces of the machine that a mentor or And those marketplaces, they exist out there. So in the meantime, as you're going forward and you're writing, there's a lot of different exercises you can also use too. I use this favorite exercise that I like, which is you just blurt out on a blank piece of paper, put 10, put 25 titles together. And from them, you can mark, try to get those 25 titles down to 10, take the 10, take it down to 5, take the 5, take it down to 3, take the 3, take it down to 1, and just start writing. Just start writing no matter what comes up on the page. Don't judge yourself. Don't get too critical. It's your moment to just let it breathe. From there, you can work with your instrument. Now, there's a lot of aspiring artists and students that ask me, do I need to play an instrument? And my answer is no, you don't need to play an instrument. But if you do and you're starting to learn how to play an instrument, it's only going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you in so many different ways. Number one, if you're playing an instrument and you're learning how, you'll learn how to hear. Okay? Everyone always asks me, Mailani, what do you need to do in order to sing? Like, what would you tell anyone when they're trying to become a singer? My first answer is, well, become a listener. My first answer is, if you know how to listen, you'll know how to sing. So train the ear. The next thing too, in terms of becoming a great singer and why having an instrument and knowing how to play an instrument is good for you, is because it also helps you with timing. I hear artists all the time sing and they have no sense of timing, and I feel so bad for them. But I'm like, dude, come on, like, do I have to like play some music and let's just dance a little bit? You feel the beat? You hear the beat? Okay. So if you can dance, then you should be able to play an instrument in time. And that's going to help you sing in time, because nothing's worse than hearing someone that might have a good voice, but she or he sings out of time or plays out of time. It's just as bad as not being able to sing. I mean, it's not being able to sing, point blank. Another thing that I love about knowing how to play an instrument is that it really helps you with your writing. So as an artist, writing your own material is great because that's already your natural expressive way. It's a natural expressive outlet, which is to write your own music and to share your thoughts with the world. So you have an instrument, you can do that. It's like, it's right there for you. It's built in. Like, here's the machine. This is how you do it. It's not really hard. It can be, but it's not really, really hard. You just have to keep at it every single day. Just like those beautiful, muscular competitors that go to those Muscle Man Universal, Arnold Schwarzenegger events. They are at the gym every single day and they're lifting like 3 hours, 3-4 hours a day. Same like your music. Like, there's no secret. You have to work on it every single day. Another thing I love about knowing how to play an instrument is, if you know how to play, you can also learn how to play other people's music and other people's songs. And then you can learn how to sing other people's music and other people's songs. If they're very popular songs, that's a great way to use a cover to introduce people to who you are as an artist and what your original music is. So it's like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. Learn an instrument. Learn one as soon as possible. And we live in Hawaii. Like, everybody's uncle, auntie, mom, everybody's tutu has an ukulele. And if your tutu them or your family don't have an ukulele, I'm sure your friends tutu them get one ukulele. So use the resources that you have in your back pocket. Use your contact list. Use your ohana. Use your friends. Find out, hey, how can I get better at this? I need an ukulele. I might need a guitar. And as you grow better and better at playing this instrument, and your voice is also an instrument, so as you get better and better at singing, then you can go out and buy a real ukulele, or a very valuable one in terms of, okay, this ukulele can play. This ukulele stays in tune. And there's so many out there. I love every single one of them, from Kamaka to Kanilea to Koaloha to every single one of them. I love them all. But as you know, my father is Jesse Makainai, and he made my ukuleles. And I'm not going to sell out. Like, I'm only going to play my dad's ukulele. So I've been offered to play everyone's ukulele. And I got to say mahalo nui to every single one of those brands that I had mentioned, because I truly love them all. They're all ohana, but I'm not I'm not. Like I could probably go to one of the NAM shows or South by with one of those ukulele brands and, you know, do that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm pretty loyal to my father's brand. That's just the way it is. I love my dad and I love the ukulele that I play. So just checking out the comments here. Aloha everybody. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Hey mom, what's up, Mama San? Hey Ken, what's up, John? Hey Cody, hey Sherwin. Aloha, thanks for joining us. Okay, so in the meantime, so you guys have been on this webinar. It's already 30 minutes, just passed already, just like that. Can't believe it was so fast. But in the meantime, I am having new auditions coming up for my mentorship. So I had closed it for the summertime. And even though tomorrow is already July, can you guys believe it? Tomorrow's July. Like this whole year is just passing by too fast. So even though I'm having auditions coming up this month, it is for the months of August, September, and October. Meaning I'm running auditions in the month of July so that by the time the mentorship starts, which is August, September, October, I already have my class. Everyone knows what to do. They have their syllabus. They have their orientation list. They have their rules and regulations, et cetera, and we're ready to go starting August, okay? So this means a lot to me, not only because mentoring is like very trendy for a lot of people right now, but I really do love what I've been able to do with the kids that have come into the class. I just get to see growth. I get to see evolution in a way. And this, I don't know, this has created like a new discovery of other things and other purposes that I can serve. But to see a child like come through the class where day one of auditions, she couldn't even look me in the eye and she couldn't even sing without crying, to the end of the class to where she's able to come inside of an audition, announce her name, say where she's from, how old she is, and even slate for the camera. Those are big deal items. That means that she can take this training, and if she chooses, he or she chooses to go and go beyond the reef, leave Hawaii, leave our Hawaiian market, and go into bigger markets like markets in New York, markets in LA, and maybe go to Asia. They have this training with them, and they're able to do that outside of Hawaii and inside of Hawaii. And that's a big deal because a lot of kids, when they do come into my auditions, so for many of them, it's their very first experience of ever auditioning for anything in their lives. So why is that important? I'm gonna tell you why that's important, okay? I've seen so many families leave Hawaii, spend a bunch of ridiculous money, and take their kid out to those bigger markets, put them in front of an audition panel. And this poor child who, throughout their time of being in Hawaii, they've been, you know, family cheers for them, family believes in them, and they've built this child up to where this child has never faced no, has never faced judgment or criticism, has never faced the reality of the business side of it. And they spend all of this money and they go all the way across the sea, beyond the reef, like Moana, and they come back home with a no. And then the child just wants to give up. The child doesn't want to sing anymore. The child doesn't want to act anymore. The child doesn't want to dance anymore. That's it. The child is just so depressed with hearing the word no, with not getting a call back, that he or she is just so crushed. And I'm here thinking, well, mom and dad, why didn't you guys take the time to train your child so that it would have given her a better chance of yes, and it would also have educated him or her in terms of what the reality of that market is? It's a very different market, guys. It's not like the Hawaii market. Here in Hawaii, we love each other. We got uncles and aunties, cousins. We all know each other. And if we don't know each other directly, we know somebody that knows each other. That's how Hawaii is. But that is not how the larger markets work. It's not that those professionals are mean or greedy. Well, let me step back. Some of them are greedy, and some events are created simply just to take your money. Yes. But there's other events and people that I work with personally that I believe in, and they've done a great job with not only my daughter, but even some of my students. Just recently, Shacey joined me. How you folks have seen her on my page. She sings the song Just Along for the Ride. She's only 11 years old. She went all the way up to New York. I think I can share at least a little bit because this is kind of private, but she's been signed recently. She's going to come home for a few months. She's going to continue working with me, and then she'll go back up to LA later this October, which I will be with her as well. But my point is, is parents, moms and dads, and even you, even if you're like, you're already 18, you're already an adult and you're thinking of going. For me, I want to applaud you because that's courage. That's bravery to want to go away from Hawaii. Hands down, I'll be very honest with you. I didn't want to leave Hawaii. At 18 years old, when everyone was going off to college, I was just like, no, I'm going to stay home. I was too afraid to leave Hawaii. Point blank, honest truth. I was just too scared. I'm the oldest of my family, but I just wanted to stay in mommy's nest for as long as I can. And look at me, I'm still here. But my point is, I didn't have that courage to leave Hawaii. And for good reason, I stayed home and Keahivai was born, and I got to have my years of performing in coffee shops and the Waikiki bandstand and fundraisers galore. And so I had years that built up my performance. I had years that built myself up, my personality, the way that I talk on the microphone, the songs that I sing, the way that I can read an audience. I have those years that really created what I'm able to do now. And thankfully, because of music, I've been able to travel the world. But getting back to you wanting to leave Hawaii and going out to those larger markets, it's very brave of you because you're not going to see a familiar face, let alone smile in the room when you get there. So how do you prepare yourself for that? How is it that you are going to get from square one to all of a sudden you're auditioning for Disney Kids, or you're auditioning for Wilhelmina Kids, you're auditioning for the larger agencies, or even being in front of the larger agencies and being able to say, aloha, my name is, I'm so-and-so, and I'm from Kalihi, or I'm from Aiea, I'm from Kahalu'u, and I'm 12 years old. How are you going to be able to create that personality trait? That it factor, basically, because those people up there, they know what the it factor is. They can see it once you walk into the room. And I've seen it myself. I've seen kids up there, 5 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, kids in LA, and they walk into an audition, no matter how young or old they are, because that market is that market over there 24/7. These kids live and breathe it all the time. There is no off button for them. Okay, their moms and dads drive them to auditions every single day of the week. So there is no off button. They live it, they breathe it. So now as we look at ourselves and we look at our markets here, are there opportunities like that here in Hawaii? Well, yes, there are. Of course there are. There's Hawaii 5-0. There's the new Marvel series that's coming to Hawaii. I mean, we just had Jumanji. Right now in Heiakea Pier, they're filming something. So that market loves to lend itself to the Hawaii markets. They love Hawaii, first of all. And because we are such an ethnic mix here, we're a melting pot here in Hawaii, that's like the new black or the new white or whatever it is that you want to call it. More independent film creators and directors are looking for that, I hate the term minority, but they're looking for the ethnic mixed looks because let's face it, guys, we're taking over the world. There's more of people that look like us than people who just only look white and only look black, okay? And this is not a racial thing. This is just the truth of our population and how we're evolving throughout the world and how film is evolving as well and how audition panels are looking for people that look like this, but you have the talent to back it up. So to answer any of your questions, yes, there are opportunities throughout Hawaii. And if you're living on the different islands, like Hawaii, Kauai, Maui, hey, I wish I could live there too. But the work is here in Oahu. We have our child labor board here. We have our Ohana casting here. I mean, there's a lot of different things that take place here. Our radio stations here locally, and please don't get mad at me, other local radio stations on the different islands, but our radio stations, at least for the island of Oahu, they lead the way that people listen to music still to this day. And so if you are having a dream of entertaining and you have this dream of being on stage or even being on the big screen, okay, you have to do things that the average person will never do, okay, in order to have things that the average person will never get. And I hate to break it down, but that's just the truth. If you want things that are above average, you need to do above average things. You need to have above average daily habits. Otherwise, you're just going to stay the same and everything is going to pass you by. Speaking of how quickly things are going to pass you by, I mean, this is so true. Like, virtual reality is becoming an emerging market. Driving is soon going to be outdated. Cars are being created to be autonomous. I mean, pretty soon, guys, the future is nearly at our doorsteps. So my thing for you is to not just sit with your thoughts and do nothing with it. You're living in an age where you can share your songs, where you can share your comedic humor, where you can share your pain, where you can create a group of your own. Whatever it is, if you are a botanist and you really love Lawa'e and this strain of Lawa'e, you can create your own group of carrying and procuring that type of Lawa'e. Okay? If you are dealing with some emotional and spiritual pain, there's groups for that now. And you can hook up with people like that, which is, it's never been that way. It's never been that way. Our kupuna, our ancestors, our grandparents, they didn't have technology like this. So you have literally no excuse. If you're not going to take this and share it with the world, then you're going to be done. You're done. So if you're young, then get on it. If you're old, get on it. And the thing I love about technology is, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to say old. I mean to say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, whatever it is. Share your story. How many of us, and I want to see a show of hands or just say aye or yes, how many of us like to watch stories when it comes to a granddaughter singing for her grandmother? I sat up this morning watching this granddaughter sing how great thou art to her grandmother today. And it was the most precious thing. I'm probably getting emotional because my grandma just recently passed in the month of May. But, you know, it's like, how many of us watch cats licking water? I mean, it's ridiculous the things that we spend our time, our attention, and our focus on these days. But that's how the world is becoming. Because people either want to escape, people want to laugh, or people want to connect with each other. So be aware of yourself as you're paying attention to things on your social media, and find ways that you can grab from the videos that affect you and recreate that to share your music. It sounds really easy, but it's not. I know it's not. But the most important thing also to remember is don't have analysis paralysis. Don't just have a really good idea and not move on it. Move on your ideas every single day. Talk to people. Join me. Ask me any question that you have. Don't be ashamed. So if you have a sister, a brother, a niece, a nephew, a cousin, if it's you and you've always wanted to sing, you've always seen yourself on stage, or maybe you were like a little nervous and you just never built up the gumption to share a song or even share your voice with the crowd, I want to see you. Please get in touch with me. I'm going to be holding auditions tomorrow, 3 p.m. Be there sharp. I'm going to close doors at 5 p.m. But basically, I will have auditions for a new enrollment for the fall of 2017. Now, some things that I definitely want to say mahalo nui to my own team. I have Kawi Deliri, who's been my project manager. She's been my own personal manager for my own music career. She's been really helping me with with this project, with this mentorship. So mahalo nui to Kawi Deliri. She's been doing a really great job. And also mahalo nui to Cody. He's right there in the back. You see him. He's my media manager. He shoots all of the videos, all of the photography for the students. And we also record the demo. We record the kids right here. We record all the students right here. There's my sound room right there in the back. So yes, I'm a real person. We're real people. No scams here. And we really want to help uplift our youth, man. If I can create the next Bruno Mars, that would be awesome. I'll have free tickets all over the world to all of your tours. So I want to just say thank you again to my team, because they have done a tremendous job. And why I'm saying thank you is because in October, well, September, October, my mentorship program will be 1 year old. So don't you want to be part of my 1-year birthday? It's going to be huge. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wild. So you want to be on stage. You want to understand what the music industry is. You want to be more than just a backyard jammer. Well, come and join me. Come and audition for my class. I only want serious inquiries. I only want people who are going to give their all, because I'm going to give you my all. I'm going to give you their all. So we want serious people only. We don't want people who just want to treat music as a hobby. Like, I have lent my life to the industry. I don't play music only when I want to. I sing, man, when I don't want to. I perform when I don't want to. Look at the artists that we have in our local industry that have been around for a lifetime, like Capena. They've been performing since before I was born, and they're still performing every night of the week. I mean, that's amazing. That's hustle. That's hustle, hustle, hustle. So you have to really define your goals. What are your goals? Are they timeable? You got a deadline on your goals? Are they achievable? Meaning, like, you're not 500 pounds and expecting to lose 300 pounds by next month, because that's impossible. That's unhealthy. You could die. So are they timeable? Are they achievable? Do they make sense? Okay. And at the end of your accomplishment, do you have another goal to back it up? So there's a lot of things when it comes to creating your goals and building your goals, goal setting. And a lot of us, we don't even take time to look at our goals. Some of us, we made New Year's resolutions, and that's been a myth for some of us. We've been wanting to lose weight. Maybe we've wanted to save up for a vacation and go to Disneyland or whatever it is, and we don't get there. We don't do it. So what's holding you back? Come see me. I'm going to work on this with you. You want to sing a song? You want to record? You want to get your song on the radio? Well, that's going to take some steps. That's going to take some years of training. Okay. Just to let you all know, Kiahivai, yes, although we fell into success, and we did, we were playing for 3 whole years. 3 whole years before we even got our deal, before our first song was even on the radio. So think about that. Now we're living in 2017. Do you think it's going to take you 3 years now? No. It's not going to take you as long as it took us. Okay? If you are coachable, you do the steps, you follow the program, you'll get there. But it comes down to you. It all comes down to you. I'm not a mommy, so I don't babysit. I'm your coach. I'm going to be your mentor, and I'm going to hold you accountable to your goals and to what it is that you want out of this. But I can tell you honestly, no one is running a mentorship like us. Nobody has a team like my team. And although I hated bragging about myself and telling you about my background and whatever awards and all the things that it's like, yes, thank you. I appreciate that I've been able to do that. I don't like to brag about that stuff. But what I will brag about is this program and my team, because they're amazing. And there's no student that walked in and walked out of this program unhappy, or they didn't make an impact the way that they wanted to. So moms and dads, kids out there, if you're a legal adult over the age of 18 and you're waiting for a break, you're waiting for something, come see me tomorrow. My address is 451127 C at Kamehameha Highway. Yes, we are in Kaneohe. We have a small spot, Hot Enterprises, next to Valentine's Nails. We're right across from Pizza Hut in Kaneohe. And auditions begin at 3, so don't be late. Don't be late. All right, guys. In the meantime, take care. Aloha. I know that there's going to be an American holiday coming up. We'll be working. But you guys, take care. Aloha. God bless you. Thank you so much for sticking on. This has been the most attended webinar, live, anything that I've ever done. I'm so happy. Yay. I'm moving forward. Improvement. Awesome. God bless. Mwah. Aloha.